Am I the only 30-year-old who's like aggressively mad at my car payment? This only started when we sold our house. We paid off my husband's truck, which was $718 a month. And I thought to myself, why the hell am I wasting $680 on a vehicle I don't like? Like, give me a $20,000 vehicle. I'll be fine. So I don't know if that's like a 30-year-old thing.
Big screen. I don't know if she understand that slight flex she gave us just now. She's bought a house. She paid off her husband's truck. And now she's like, just give me a $20,000 vehicle. Like, $20,000 ain't a lot of money. I had a $20,000 vehicle before with bad credit. It's a lot of money. She probably got good credit though, because they just got a crib. I think it might be a 30-year-old thing, because that's when I started getting rid of all my stuff. My wife had a Mercedes and we wanted to actually keep it, but we had another child. So a family of 5 can't fit in a small Mercedes C-Class. So we had to upgrade and get a truck. We sent the car back, paid all cash for the truck. I'm thinking about getting rid of my Tesla. I think I might just go country boy with it, go get me an old school truck or old school car, just stay in my house that I fully own and just live out my life, just saving my money. Because it seems like the older you get, the more the material things don't matter, and you just want to see better for your family. You know what I'm saying? So I really want to save up for my daughter and my son. Because I joined the military and I retired, they got full ride to college. So I'm just saving for something like a wedding or something. I don't know. Maybe a trip abroad. I don't know. What y'all got?
What is the car?
2020 X1 BMW.
BMW. People on the show and their BMWs and go into debt for BMWs just so you can be the worst drivers on the road. Always the BMWs. What?
It was my
Yeah, you got a
poor
car you
decision.
definitely did not need. What's the balance on this? What's the overall balance on this BMW?
Like 56.
56, 57?
56.
What's the minimum monthly payment?
1,140.
Oh my! I've never.
He tried to talk me out of it, and I said no.
What's the term length on this thing?
6 years.
What's the interest rate on this?
15%.
6. Yeah, it's 16.
I mean, do we know the value of this car today?
Half of it.
It's probably 8,000, 2020.
My life. Okay.
Big screen. Hey, man. As a husband, when my wife wants something, like really want it, and I know it's a bad thing, we take a week to think about the pros and the cons. I would say, man, $50,000, and she was like, hey, he tried to talk me out of it. $50,000 car payment, and you got to pay it over 5 years. That's $10K a year that she could be saving. And hold on, you don't just pay for the $50K. If you look at your bills and your statements, it'll say $50K plus the finance charge plus the interest. Boom. If y'all go look at y'all statements, and when I saw it, I was like, hey, I just want to pay to the principal. Can I do that? And they was like, oh, well, we got to transfer you to this other department and stuff like that. I was like, bro, y'all not about to finesse me. So that's why I'm like the guy that about to come up next, man. I don't need no car payment no more.
Hey, don't get me wrong. A new car is nice, but not having a car payment, that's nicer.
Yeah, man, I had to throw that small one in there, man, because I think too often what we do is we give in to our comfort, our creature comforts. Like, I saw this car, it had massage seats, it had seat warmers, it had a lot of stuff that going on with it. And then it had a big TV where you can watch YouTube and stuff. And I was like, dang, boy, it'd be nice to have that car. Not realizing that I can probably put those things inside of an older car and still end up saving money. But I think it only really boils down to when you actually trying to save money and invest money. Because if you're not doing anything with your money, it's probably going to go to junk food, trips, and other stuff like that really don't move the needle. Like you'll find yourself trying to spend more time with friends out in a nightclub than to, invest in stocks or something like that if you got money left over, for the average person that's under 30. But I don't care like how much money you waste, you can't be bad as this next person that's about to come up.
So today, a young lady that previously purchased 2 cars from me stopped in. She bought her first car from me maybe 4 months ago. She ended up totaling that car. That was her first car loan. And then she got another car from me after that. Now, I'm thinking she stopped in just to get an oil change, so she was just coming by to say what's up, but no. She's like, Joseph, I don't know what it is, but stuff always keeps happening to me. I'm like, what's going on? Guys, she totaled this one too. She totaled her second car within 4 months. I remember it being a grind to get her approved, so I already know credit was an issue here. Thank God she got gap insurance. If she didn't get gap insurance on either one of those loans, she'd be extremely upside down, even though she doesn't have the car anymore, which means she'd still owe that balance to the bank. So she pretty much just came in, let me know that she totaled that car too. I told her there's not really much I can do until you have that total loss letter from the insurance. I'm gonna be honest with you, my main concern isn't getting her approved for the third time, it's gonna be getting her insurance for the third time. 9 times out of 10, that most recent accident is gonna report to her driving record, which means that no insurance company is gonna wanna touch her. I'm not gonna lie though, if I can sell her one more car, that'll be 3 cars within a 6-month period.
Big Scream. Hey man, I like how he kept it honest. He's like, man, I'm about to sell her 3 cars, man, in less than a year, man, to meet my quota. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, ain't nobody gonna touch her, bro. She must be from Florida. I ain't gonna lie, man. Florida drivers is like the worst drivers, man. Like every time me and my wife take my kids to school in the morning, it's somebody running the stop sign. It's somebody doing something crazy, like trying to swerve around you to beat the light when you slowing down at a yellow light. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm like, bro, you don't need to make it work that bad that you're gonna kill me and everybody else, bro. But with that being said, man, let's get back to these OG videos where they ask people what their car payments is at the dealership.
All right, Ashley, what car do you drive and what's your monthly payments?
I drive a 24 Altima and my car payments is $730.
All right, what car you drive, Daryl, and what's your monthly payments?
All right, I got a big boy Scat. Monthly payment $900 a month.
Taylor,
What's up?
what car you drive and what's your monthly payment?
I drive a 2023 Honda Civic Sport hatchback and my payment is $565.
Ain't nothing wrong with having a car note. We're adults. We got to be able to get places, so we got to have a car. And if we're not in the position to just buy the car outright, then we got to have a car note. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just, for me, it's like, when the hell did these car notes get this goddamn expensive? I don't have no car notes no more, and I'm going to try my hardest to never have a car note again. I got 2 cars that run perfectly fine. We good. We don't need no cars right now. By the time we actually do need another car, hopefully I can just buy those cash the way that I did these 2 cars. But for real, the last time I had a car note, my car note was $332. I don't see nobody saying they pay anything less than $400 these days. I'd be sick if I went to go finance a car and they said my payments were going to be $700. I'm not doing it. There's no way in hell. I couldn't justify that. No, I'm not doing it. What type of jobs y'all be having, though? Because I be seeing so many people on this app talking about money and how they need more money, but y'all be having these crazy-ass car payments. Something ain't adding up. Something ain't adding up.
Big Screen. Hey, brother, it is adding up. They need more money because they got no high car payment. What do you mean you don't understand? This is hilarious to me because I started out buying cars cash before I joined the military because I was forced to. Then after I joined the military, I got out and I bought a truck cash. But then I just went back to financing cars because I wanted something new. It felt good for a while. I was making a lot of money anyway. And then I was like, you know what? I could have saved my money and put it up. So now I'm back to buying cash cars. And I hope it ain't a fad this time because I got a paid off house, I got paid off cars, and I got a retirement check from the military. And I'm here with y'all, man. So I'm trying to make all this money. So he was saying something along the lines of, hey, we're going to have to need a new car soon. But the thing is that he's not understanding that is that people are trying to buy the brand new best car they can possibly buy. And not even just to get around, it's just to impress other people. Whether they know it or not, it's to impress other people. Because if something works, why don't you just get the cheaper version of it? We do it with everything else. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could have got the best microphone, but I didn't get the best microphone. I got what works and what looked good to me. You know what I'm saying? But before we continue, I'm going to read some comments from a recent video. All right, this person says 90% of people would be fine with a 10-year-old car and would be convinced if they were told it was new. I believe that to be true. Most people also severely overestimate how much car they need. A compact sedan is good enough for most people. They seat 5. Just like most SUVs, people are just really gullible. And I'm part of that gullible clique. I got the SUV, I ain't gonna lie to you, but it's 10 years old, so I think I did half of what you said. And I do believe, I agree with all this, to be honest with you. That's good. All right, next one. It's not the car payment, it's not having a financial plan. Me, I never had a car payment for over 24 months. Second, most people are buying homes for 30 years loans Wife and I paid off our home in 7 years because we had a plan and sacrificed a lot, but now we're debt free. You have to have a financial plan. Oh man, I can't agree with this more. I wish I had some guidance when I had a lot of money in my pocket so I could just buy a bunch of assets instead of the dumb stuff I bought. All right, next one. Car payment just ain't it. Maintenance, insurance, plus your credit score and interest rate must all be taken in account. Oh, that's good. That's good. All right. I make $250K a year. I'm not driving no beater. F that. My car payment is $650. Hey, shout out to you, cause I ain't doing it. $250 is a lot. So I can't in good conscience say that was a bad thing from that person. All right, let's get to the next video.
Maturing is realizing that having a car payment is not a flex. You're paying $600, $700, $800, $900 a month for a Chevy Cruze or a Ford Focus. That is not a flex. You are the loser of the game. But if you have a reliable car and you're paying $0 a month, you are God's favorite. You don't know how blessed you are. You are blessed beyond measure. And I just want to emphasize having no car payments and having a reliable car. I'm not talking about the people who drive a lemon. I'm talking about having a reliable car and no car payments. Thank you. Thank you very much. All this thing on Spiritual World where they were like, how much do y'all pay for y'all car payment? And some people said they were paying $700, $800, $900 a month for a Kia, for a Hyundai, for an Altima, $900 a month for an Altima. Maybe if you live with your parents or have like a really good job or have like 10 roommates, then it's not really a problem. But how are you affording $900 a month car note? And what really behooved me, I don't even know what behooved mean, but what really shocked me was most people said they were paying like $700, $800, $900 a month for a car. If you are team no car payment and you have a reliable car, you are one of God's favorites. Big up yourself, but I hate y'all though because I'm jealous of y'all.
Big screen. I understand exactly what he's saying. And this is where having priorities, good parents, and good judgment all comes like in a good old gumbo pot. You know what I'm saying? So you have to understand that impressing people by what you have ain't gonna last after those people move on from you. I know a lot of times we like to, show an outward appearance that's pleasing to others, but if your bank account don't reflect that, then it's a wrap for you. It's GG's. I didn't have a household where we really practice finances, but if I was, well, with my family and what I plan on doing is I plan on letting my kids stay with me, buy their car. You follow me? And then once they buy their car right, they got the proverbial leg up. Once they get the leg up with the car, they have a paid off car and they get to focus on their finances. Then they can go rent. So instead of having that $600 car payment, they're going to have a $0 car payment. $600 can go to the savings and they can just stay in their apartment or house, which I assume is going to be a house because I got the VA loan and I'm gonna do right by my kids. But not having that car payment is one of the best blessings. And he was like, yeah, you guys' favorite if that happens. But you can have no car payment and still lose money. You can have no car payment and still make bad decisions. It's all about your finances mentally. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are your goals? What are you planning on going? I think somebody said it before. It's about goals and financial planning from you and your partner. But if you have no car payment, salute to you. If you're working on having no car payment, salute to you. Just don't get in a bad situation again. That's all I want to say. And if you do get back into a car loan, you could be like this guy right here.
I regret getting a car note. And it's not even because I might not have the money to pay my payment or something like that. I really just regret getting one because it's just very inconvenient and it be in the way. Like, it's just really an unnecessary bill. And it really showed me that when you get a car note, it's because you want something nice and you can't afford it, and leasing and credit and stuff like that, it makes a way so you can get things that you want that you can't afford. But it's like like them payments be in a way. It most definitely be in a way, and especially at my age because it's so much I want to do. If I ain't gonna lie, if I could today, I would let come pick that car up and I would go save my money and go buy me another car. Just because it just be in a way for real. And this is really for the people that's thinking about getting one. It's not for people that already have one. I mean, yeah, use the comments to like speak your truth, but come on now, be respectful.
Big screen. Now, I don't know how old young boy is, but he's having one of those not midlife crisis, those financial crises that go through our head when we go from being a kid to being an adult. It's like, hey, I could use this money for something else. Hey, this is getting in the way. Now, that little voice that goes off for every single body, because I talked to a bunch of people about their finances. So once that bulb go off, people have different responses. Some people ignore it. Some people overdo it and then go cheap minimalist route. And then some people pay off their car and then never get in a car payment again. All right, man, that's it for this video. Thank y'all for enjoying the channel. Over here, they're going to suggest you subscribe. And right here is going to be the next video I want you to watch. Credit CEO, we out of here. Peace.